everybody. How you doing? I am doing a 30-minute session for Lush. I'm going to be sharing energy, healing, and psychic wisdom. If you're interested in an individual session working one-on-one with me, please go visit my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. You can book a session there. I'm also offering live group experiences where we can get big or small groups together. We're doing energy healing there. Channeling crying is what we're doing in June. And I'm offering psychic mentoring and mini sessions at a reduced cost for a group experience. I'm also on Patreon. I'm doing live streams on Patreon. I'm also doing reduced cost sessions there. Patreon.com/abbeynormalswisdomquest. All right, Lush, so excited to be connecting with you again. If you guys are interested in checking out any of Lush's previous sessions, I'll put links in the description. So today, we're going to do a healing style session with your higher self, and also you're wanting to explore your fear of cancer. Okay. Healing style session with higher self and exploring your fear of cancer. Got it. All right. We are going to get started now. All right, let's go to your higher self, Lush. And thank you so much for sharing this experience with us on YouTube. All right, here we go. Lush's higher self, wisdom and healing from you, and exploring fear of cancer. Okay, it's pretty quick moving, actually. It's like a cobblestone pathway, but these cobblestones are kind of leading me up into the sky, and they don't necessarily look like cobblestones. It's almost like I'm standing on eyeballs coming out of cobblestones. So there's these like little half spheres that are kind of stuck, and I'm literally stepping on them. And it's very odd on the bottom of my feet, like squishy on the bottom of my feet and weird. And I'm just going for it. I'm not asking questions. I'm just going to go this way because I feel like I need to go this way. So we're just doing that. My guides say, hey, just slow down. Why don't we become one with the eyeballs, see what they mean? So we're going to do that. What do these eyeballs mean on the path to Lush's higher self? Oh, I'm looking for answers. So it's like your eyes, Lush, are looking for answers. And when the eyes are a part of the cobblestones on their way to source or heaven, it's like you're trying to access a higher vibrational information. But there's something seems a bit strange because they're attached to the path. So they're getting stepped on. But let me just see if that actually hurts the eyes, or what does that mean? Okay, I'm part of the eyes. I'm looking. I see so many sides. Like I'm not just a pair of eyes. I'm like many eyeballs that are going up this trajectory. And I'm actually able to see a lot more than you would think. I'm really focusing on my tension is upward, okay? And the eyes don't tell me that they necessarily have ever been stepped on. And I say, but I'm stepping on you right now. You're telling me you're not seeing this? You're not feeling this? I'm literally stepping on one of these eyeballs right now on purpose to see what the eyes do. Oh, that's something we're going to work on this, okay? Because your eyes have to see things that make you uncomfortable, okay? Then you get the well-rounded picture, right? I mean, if you only want to look at the things that are the beautiful things, the happy things, the high vibrational things, the feel-good stuff, right? We're only getting like half of the story. We have to get the whole story. So the only way to get the whole story is to acknowledge some of this stuff is stepping on my eyeballs and I don't like it, okay? So that's part of the story too. And if we omit that, if we choose not to acknowledge that's there, we're kind of living in a fantasy. So I'm gonna get this one of thousands of eyeballs, okay, going up to the heavens. I'm gonna get this one to acknowledge that it does see and it does feel me stepping on it, okay? It doesn't like that. That's good. I mean, that naturally you wouldn't like that. Nobody would like that. But it's not It's not translatable like a human would translate it. Like, I feel that it's pressing on my eye, it's hurting my eye, pressure, dryness, ripping, scratching. It's not like that. How the eye translates it is it's like a shadow is appearing. I say, okay, good. So you are picking up on a shadow is what it's perceived as. It says yes. Okay, what else do you see in the shadow? I see an energy that wants to make it so I can't see. Literally. Like, okay, well, it kind of, I'd say so, yeah. I show this eye what I'm up to. And I say that I really want to get an interpretation of what the meaning of the eyeballs is, what this means. It's like a psychic development thing. And how you're translating me, what I'm doing, what it looks like to you, and what it means to you, so that we can actually start to develop a wider range of sight. This is interesting. So I've done the stepping on the eye. The eye acknowledges it sees it, but it sees it as a shadow, and it's blocking the ability to see. It feels like the shadow is trying to prevent it to see, which is interesting because I'm doing this to help the eye to acknowledge that it is seeing more than it's choosing to admit. But I'm also called to use eye drops in another eye and then put some eye drops in that eye and then see what it does, okay? So we're going to do that. I still have 1 foot kind of creating this issue, this challenge, okay? And then in another eye, I'm putting eye drops. It doesn't know how to interpret the eye drops. It's actually more welcoming of that confusing event. It's actually trying to understand it. Something good feels like it is happening right now. And it says that when it looks through this eye, it sees Mother Mary. Well, that's cool. It feels like Mother Mary is generous and kind to me. That's what the eye translates it as. Okay, so we're going back to the eye. I'm stepping on it. Because we're working on opening your eyes to see the next layer of divine truth. And no matter how you see it, it is perfect in its own right. It's purely honest, seeing it just like this. It's perfect in its own right. This is your higher self wanting you to know this stuff, okay? This message is for a reason. It's important. Oh, all right. I'm still looking in through this other eye with the foot on it, we're still looking through here and start to get this sensation that we're going to take 1,000 eyes and do 1,000 different things with all of them and see how you interpret it, okay? Like one eye, I don't know, I'm painting it green. Another eye, I'm showing it green light. Another eye, there's like green fire. But we're talking thousands of eyes, and there's like something different going on. I just keep noticing the green ones, but there's something different with different colors, heat, dry, cold, hot. Like we're introducing the many eyes with many different interpretations or changes of the environment or the vibration. I mean, we're working in the energy world, so it's a change in the vibration. As a human, I look at the change in the vibration. I see green, I see fire, I see water, I see hot, I see cold, Do I see these things or do I sense these things? It's part of my psychic perception, right? These eyes are part of your psychic perception. You're picking up on more details and nuances and acknowledging the tiny nuances. And we're part of this is we're assisting you. And it's like we're with you every step of the way. And funny, we're working with these like weird cobblestones to heaven. I mean, it's every step of the way to a higher vantage point of the all-seeing eye of your psychic ability and your soul and all that stuff. Okay. Yeah, it really wears you out. You get tired. Because I'm checking on how activating an interaction with all these eyes in different ways, how it is affecting you, and it makes you feel tired. Like there's just too much information. It's easier to just do, maybe 2 eyes than do thousands at the same time. Because you have to translate the information from the spirit realm or the energy world through this human body, this conscious mind, the unconscious, subconscious, try to make sense of it, try to define it somehow, try to even acknowledge that you saw that tiny little thing or felt that feeling about it, but you just, brushed past it because you were busy focusing on this instead of this, and this. It's opening you up to a little bit more perceptivity, Like Sherlock Holmes. I mean, he sees all the clues. Like, you got to want to see all the clues and enjoy what do they mean. And this isn't just externally. It has feelings too about it. It has thoughts about it. And sometimes the thoughts seem to be normal thoughts about the day-to-day world, but they have a meaning to them too. That's more than just what you think they're about, All right, I'm going to show these thousands of eyeballs. This is what your higher self is wanting me to do next. I'm going to show the eyeballs, all the same thing, and we're going to show them Cancer, okay? It's interesting because all the eyeballs have different personalities. So how they see Cancer is all different. Thousands of perspectives, all coming from just you, Lush, okay? You're literally the translation of an inner collective hive mind of like subconscious selves, okay? They're all thinking, and then you just think it's just this one mind. It's like you are so many parts of yourself, all collectively making decisions. Okay, a majority of the eyes, though, respond similarly. And it feels like they get burnt, literally like fire is burning them down. And there's a lot of the eyeballs are burnt down, singed down. Even the material of the eye is disappearing. Like, it looks like pain. Kind of a rust color is what the eyes, they kind of look rusty, but they're flesh, okay? All right, I'm going to go into the eyes that have been burnt right on down. Fleshy rust eyeballs. They're in a lot of pain. They're in so much pain they can't even blink. They don't really need to have eyes because they're kind of wincing. Like, there's so much pain, you can't really see anything but the pain. You can't even see through the pain. It's just you exist in pain. You are pain, you become pain. The first thing that the message that you're talking about here, Lush, in your energy field is that Cancer represents pain, okay? Pain that you can't even see through it. Wincing in pain. And this is like physical pain. It's so physical pain that I'm not there to the emotional side or the mental side, even the soul side. It's just like a human situation that's physically painful. Oh, this is another conversation. Never thought of it like this. Let's say your body decides that Cancer is part of itself, like it's your finger or your eyeball. And so when Cancer grows in the body has adopted it as a part of itself, as a living and important part of itself. Like your nose, something that's your stomach or something. And so the conversation here with these many eyes is that then you will have to amputate a living part of myself. And it sees it as a good living part, like my stomach is important to my survival. This growing mass of tissues is important to my survival. It's so the eyeballs say that it shows me an image of a body with cancer growing in it, and it shows the cancer is adopted as part of the important part of the process of living, even if the cancer is killing the body. And then when the cancer is cut out, the body gets scared of having to remove a part of itself, that it would be taken away. It can't seem to acknowledge, maybe it can't even admit the truth, that it was holding on to cancer all along and the cancer was killing it, but it didn't want to admit the truth that it was wrong about that. It was wrong. It saw the cancer, thought it needed it to survive, only to realize it doesn't need it, and now things have gone too far, and there's no other choice but to exist with it. But then when it's removed, it has this weird reaction, like you are cutting out a living part of my body. How dare you? So there's a weird psychological behavior going on at the body level, the physical level. And the eyeballs tell me this, okay? It's physically painful, and then it doesn't want a part of its living body to be removed. And even if I point out, well, that was the living tissue that was actually killing the body, it doesn't want to go there. It doesn't want to open its eyes to that conversation. It's just, you're cutting out a living part of me. It's like you're amputating my functioning arm. Okay, we're going to do this again. So I'm showing cancer to all the many eyeballs, okay? And on the stairway to heaven. And we're starting fresh, okay? Fresh new eyeballs. All right, so now the next thing is cancer transforms into this kind of like ice demon. And it just looks like a grumpy cloud. And the grumpy cloud is sending icicles into the eyes, and a lot of the eyes actually get an icicle, like an arrow shot into them, and the eyes are again wincing in pain. Okay. So the grumpy cloud demon throws these icicles like arrows into the many eyeballs, and the eyeballs now are in pain and regretting choosing to look, choosing to see. And now they're in pain, again, pain. All right, this time, when the grumpy cloud comes out, we're kind of starting fresh. I'm putting a shield so the eyeballs cannot get damaged or hurt by it. And all the sickles go into but just an invisible shield. And this grumpy cloud demon is relentless, is not going to stop. And it's going to continue to find weaknesses in the shield, okay? And if the weakness is, it must continue to throw these icicles until the shield just breaks or it gives up, or it will relentlessly attack. And the eyeballs are kind of communicating or blinking or looking at each other saying, what do we do? What do we do? It's hopeless. And I see that the shield is getting so full of icicles. But I kind of look at the eyeballs and say, hey, I made the shield. No cloud demon can break it down. It's going to find out its weakness. It's weak because it can't relentlessly keep creating icicles forevermore. They try to break down the shield. The shield doesn't break down. There is no weakness to it. This is weird. There are many odd children. Are they children? Are they people? I mean, they're weird looking. They have a spherical head, but they have like a big eyeball, but it's not, it's kind of like the whole front and above is one big eye, but the back is like fleshy, okay? And they have a neck and shoulders, and they're small. And they have basically their face is a big eyeball. And I'm shown there's a shield, and it's kind of like an outer space environment. And I see the stars all around, but I see this relentless, odd thing attacking this home space with what could be millions of these eyeball people. And I keep sending them waves that this thing can try for the next 1,000 years, million years, it can't break through, because the shield is strong. Like I don't even want to call it strong. It's a shield, so its purpose is complete. This is the type of shield that has no weakness, because its purpose is complete. It will always be a shield. That's what it is. It's a shield. So there is no weakness to it. And it gives them comfort. And they're a little bit surprised at how strong the shield to this space is. It's almost like it's never been attacked before. And I don't know how to describe the thing that's trying to break the shield. It looks like a ginormous, squishy thing. And it's in outer space. This is so weird. I'm starting to see outer space as like the ocean. And it's just such a vast, vast place. You get the odd, strange being that somehow survives in the vacuum of space. I don't know. But there's this massive, strange being that is just, I guess, swimming around in the ocean of space. And it's found this environment. Let's just say these are alien beings living in a spaceship. But it's not like a spaceship. It's like a spaceship home. And there could be millions of them on this. It seems like it's attached to something more like a moon or a planet. It seems like it's attached, but it's kind of projected out and even into space somehow. I don't know how it is doing this, but I all I can see is it's like this lookout space. It's quite large, and you can see it's beautiful. It's a beautiful view of space. And this thing now just appears, and it's starting to try to swallow this space station. It's trying to break down this barrier between these beings and outer space. It's trying to even swallow it, like it's trying to take this down, okay? And this is so strange. This is like another lifetime. And I want to say you're one of these, but I can't really pinpoint which one you are. And then I want to say that you're all of these. And I can't really say that either. Let's just see if you're this like big grumpy cloud demon, but it's like a squishable creature of space. Like a big, fat, squishy leech. No, you're not it. By the way, you're one of these eyeballs, because I see through the eyeballs, and I see it looking at this thing and this collected this communication, like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I don't know. And they're like holding each other, and they're shivering, and they're scared. And I keep sending them waves that this shield is a shield. It doesn't exist as being breakable. It doesn't. The definition of shield is not that it can be broken. Here, it doesn't break. But they're starting to worry and wonder. I say, okay, then we have no choice. We're going to let the shield then break, because you need to know what it is like for it to break, and then you're going to know what it is like to be in the mouth of this. So the shield starts to break, just like everybody feared it would. And the eyeball people are kind of prepared for death. They pretty much decided collectively that the shield wasn't going to hold up, and that it was going to break. And it is cracking and breaking. This monster gets really, really gross, and even worse, really ugly. I don't know how to describe it, but it looks like pure chaos with many arms, and it's really stretchy and long, and it can mold and shape its body however, and it's starting to fit through some of these cracks, and it's starting to reach hands out and to grab some of these little eyeball people, and they're terrified. And they all collectively say, we knew this was going to happen. We just knew this was going to happen. And then it starts to surround them in its black body, and it just absorbs them in. And they're never seen ever again. I rewind time, put those two back, repair the shield. I say, you need to be strong. And you need to be confident, and you need to stand your guard. You need to believe in the strength of what you've built here. This is kind of paralleling your human body and how strong your body is and how smart it is and how intelligent the cells of your body are. And when you adopt, you let chaos kind of break through these. It's like, what is the shield? It's vulnerable. Then the chaos or the manipulation of the mind that now becomes your fear of cancer is starting to break through. Is it going to manifest into actual cancer, or is it going to just eat you alive in some other way? You know what I mean? And now it's damaging these cells, which are like these eyeball people, and absorbing them inside of itself until it can get in there even more and start to absorb all these other eyeball people, which are kind of reflections of cells of the body, until now it's gained enough power that you don't have anything to withstand the shield, because nobody's thinking about we're safe. They're panicking and feeling in fear. And they're saying, oh my God, now the shield disappears, and now this chaos has come in, and now it takes over. Is it taking over your body or your mind, you know? I still feel there's some kind of, it could be an interesting other lifetime where you came across something unexpected, and it's like a big creature in space. I don't know how that's possible, but that's what they're showing me. And there was major uncertainty of what it was, what you do, and if anybody's safe. And now it's sort of paralleling this, okay? Fear of cancer. All the while, we're opening the third eye, really looking into the eyeballs and their psychic senses, and we're exploring chaos and manipulation of the mind and fear and all that stuff. It's all the kit and caboodle of being human, you know? All the layers of our existence and our relationship with existence. Okay, so we're going to go back to the eyeballs and the cobblestone. Because they needed to be introduced to other things. They can't just look at the sky and feel like that's all there is and keep looking and looking and looking and looking. They need some dust to fall in their eyes sometimes. They need to get stepped on. They need some solution for the eyes. They need the grumpy cloud demon. They need different things in order to see more, okay? Which you could say are experiences. And you could say they're human experience and they're spiritual experiences. And they're all impacting the many eyes of your soul in order to see into the vastness with greater depth perception. I'm going to go ask the eyes, Cancer, what does it mean to you? Let's see what they say now. They're actually thinking with a clearer sense, like I want to say a clearer mind, because they're looking at what I had shown with the eyeball people and the meaning of shield, the meaning of protection, the meaning of strong will, they let go of the relationship that Cancer is actually a useful extension of the body. They're just trying to create an understanding that when the body, how does it really fight it exactly? If it allows Cancer to exist and allows Cancer to grow, you could say it has adopted it. as part of its own form. And it's letting go of that. Because it doesn't want to let that, it says it doesn't want to let cancer in. It doesn't want to let cancer in. As though it's a consciousness that exists outside of your body that can break through some kind of shield and come in and influence your cells to adopt it, okay? To adopt its definition, its meaning, its program. I mean, I am strong. I am safe. I welcome new experiences. I welcome the ability to open my eyes, have multitudes of different reflections about good, bad, life, death, cancer, no cancer. Okay, eyes, what do you see? Do you feel safe to look at cancer now? You don't necessarily say yes, but they don't say no either. And I start to open up this path, and I go deep beneath the surface of the path, and there's a much larger eye. It's a bit disorienting to look at it. Because this eye, it's almost like it sees into your soul, and it knows what makes you vulnerable, but it knows what makes you overwhelmingly happy. And it seems to know what balance you're radiating at any and all times. And it either will bring out your fears or it will bring out your strengths. And so when you look at this eye, do not be afraid of what it decides to bring out in you. So if you could say that you, Lush, have visited this eye. We all visit this eye on a regular basis because life is going to bring out things that we don't want and things we do want, strengths, weaknesses, and it introduces us to them, helps us see more. And so the eye is saying, I'm going to bring out this concept about cancer, and now you're going to get to face one of your weaknesses in order to open your eyes, your human eyes and your psychic eye, okay? Or psychic eyes, your soul. And the translation of what your soul sees into what your human body can understand. And the eyeball is doing this out of extraordinary love for you, Lush. So now that you know that cancer is a gift from this mega eye, and the big eye is bringing this to the surface, helping you to see something that makes you vulnerable. The eye can't tell you how to deal with it. All it can do is bring it out. Then you decide inside yourself how to deal with it. And when you look at it again, it likes to stab you in the eyeballs. And I say, get control of yourself. You're stronger than this. I say, now look at it again, but this time not where cancer, it's like has absorbed your strength, but you have your strength and cancer is just a thing. Like you are your strength, and this is just a thing. Like we're gonna go to the next step, okay? Because we're gonna simplify the meaning of cancer to like, it's like calling Pizza Hut and ordering a pizza. It's just a thing, man. We're just gonna call and get some pizza. It's just a thing. Cancer, it's just a thing. So you see how we're altering the vibration and the meaning or the impact of what it means? We're changing it and simplifying it, and no concern here. It's a simple thing. Again, I am bringing your energy back into you because the next level of this simple thing is not necessarily simple, okay? It has another complex layer. You're meant to have this brought out. And you're meant to face it however you need to face it. And it's okay, because it might translate into things you didn't even expect. It might not even be about cancer. It could be about something else. It just makes you think it's about Cancer, okay? Yeah. It's again, you not having control, or you not having the strength to, you kind of what I'm picking up on is time to get you collected. Collect yourself, collect yourselves. And when I do that, the energy of you is kind of projected into this like Cancer cloud, and I'm just pulling you out of the Cancer cloud, pulling you out of the Cancer cloud, bringing you back to yourself. Again, this is where we're going to have to, you're going to be in the Cancer cloud, okay? Because you can't completely pull yourself out of it. So that means you have to exist in the consciousness of Cancer. You actually feel stronger inside of Cancer than you do outside of it. So that means Cancer is stronger than you. We got to alter that program. It's just like when I had to accept that the little eyeball people in that world was going to have to be broken down because they just wanted to be absorbed into this gross, black, gooey, deep space creature. It's like they just wanted to be absorbed into it. But you could say their fear would tell you otherwise. But they were giving into fear, but they were giving into curiosity was beneath the surface of the fear. And it was allowing them to explore that path. And so curiosity is here, but it's also the feeling that the Cancer is stronger than you. So you have to get really collected. You have to get really strong in yourself. Is Cancer stronger than you? But how do you really know what that means? You can say it, it seems to make sense as a sentence, but it has diverse emotional, spiritual, physical, human, soul level meaning. It's like, has so much meaning to it. Okay, one more thing I'm going to tell you, which is a surprise. But Cancer actually on another level is helping you to get to the next step of your path. I'm going to do something weird here, but we're going to see what happens, okay? And this Cancer cloud, it's like your fear. You could say it's not, though, exactly. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. It's about pain. Oh, it's about, I don't want you to amputate that living part of myself, even if it's killing me. It's about, oh, I didn't want to admit that that was Cancer all along. I just wanted to be friends with it and hope that it would change. No, now it's killing me. You know, and now, oh, I'm afraid. Is the shield enough? Like, you see how many weird layers there are? But this is the next one. What you didn't expect. Okay, so Cancer is this external grumpy cloud. And we're going to bring grumpy cloud into your heart, okay? Not to infect you, but because you are strong enough to transmute that fear, that external fear, inside the light of yourself. Are you able to do that? Yes. You're even open-minded enough to try right now. Because you're starting to realize that you're separating yourself from what you've decided is a bad thing. But if you could bring that bad thing into your heart, which is the wisest part of yourself, it's your soul self, it's your higher self, it's full of light. You can bring that bad thing into your heart. You are your most strongest, most collected, most aware, most awakened you that you could ever be. There's no resistance, there's no fear, there's no disruption, there's no, oh my God, what's going to happen? I'm going to die now, whatever. It just is. And it's a personal strength, and it's a knowing, and it's over. Like, what else is there here? There's nothing. It's just like, I'm going to order a pizza. What once was grumpy Cancer cloud, now simple. I have the strength to transmute that in my heart. I have the strength to be in this experience and to be human and to be alive right now. And I'm going to order a pizza now. Done. You see the staircase to heaven, stairway to heaven, seeing so many things, ordering pizza. You feel a lot better. You feel so much better. The experience of you feeling better is, it doesn't have to be defined as solid, because it's kind of like smooth sand. You could define it as comfort. It also has a fresh air, but there's no wind to it. There's a peaceful silence. There's a serenity. And there's a neutral about it. But there's a comfort. Again, there's a comfort about it. And there's a smooth silkiness to the sand. And it's okay. It's okay. Feels like you're reaching the next level of your growth and development, okay? Because this is just one of the bumps in the road. You work through this one, and then you get to the next bump in the road. But there's also going to be joyful experiences in there too. All right, that's all I can share. Thank you so much, Lush. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Hope you all have an amazing day.